Step into my office. What up, y'all? Welcome back to Panera Santiago. Today's Tuesday. It's 11 o'clock. Let's get into it. So yesterday, Monday, I had a good day. Hit my $200 goal, went home. Like, woo, had some time to spare. It was fantastic. I wake up this morning, I fire the apps up like I always do, just to make sure nothing crazy is going on, what peak pay, what promos. I check my money to make sure everything's still the same. I'm missing, what is it, $4 or $5. Well, not missing, but I had, with Uber, you know, the tips come in later, but I was like, oh, well, this will be $9. It's gonna, you know, it was $4 difference basically when I woke up this morning, 196 or 197. And I'm like, what happened? As you can see here, like, it's supposed to be $9, stayed at $5. Tip baited or was it an app glitch? I'll explain. So on Uber, for those of you that don't know, the offer screen will show you what the expected amount should be, and the customer can change the tip up to an hour or so afterwards. They can add or they can take away based on the service. So at about 5 o'clock, I had a Walgreens Uber Eats, $9.40, I believe, buying a few items. Okay, get there, pick up the items. They didn't have one of the particular Gatorades, so I had to substitute it. They said, oh, what kind do they have? My mom ordered this for me. Okay, this is what they got. Okay, give me a blue one. All right, buy the blue one, check out. I go to drop it off. I have an issue with taking a photo of it. An error message keeps popping up. I call support. I'm like, hey, I'm having an issue with dropping this off. I had already left because the food was there. They got the food. They got the bag. It wasn't food. It was a bag of goods. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, you know, it's okay. It's okay. Finally, the little error thing goes away and it says I can hit delivered. I hit delivered. I move on. So I don't know if I was tip baited. I don't know if they took back the tip. The mom took back the tip because they didn't get the right Gatorade. I have no idea what happened. It's already been, you know, it's been many hours, 16 hours or whatever since I dropped it off. So it's not like the tip should have been there by now. I bring this up because this only happened. This is only the second time on Uber Eats this happened. Some of you guys tell me it happens to you. Some people call it tip baiting. I'm not sure that's what it is. While I think tip baiting is obviously a real thing, I think it happens not that frequently, in my opinion, based on the amount of deliveries I have. I don't think it happens that often, but I think that's the word we like to use because, you know, it does happen. I think maybe it could have been a glitch. I did have to call support. I did have an issue when I was trying to drop it off, but then eventually I was able to hit delivered and it went away and it was fine. It was all good. Or I think what happens is some people tip on Uber Eats, even on Instacart. I've heard people talk about it, and they'll pull the tip back because they didn't get exactly what they paid for and what they expected, and they hold us responsible for that because to them, we are the service. We are Uber Eats. We are Instacart to the customer. They use the app. We're the person they're interacting with. So I think people are tip baiting, and or what I think is they're pulling the tip back because they're not 100% happy, because some customers have a very high expectation of these apps because of the service fees and delivery fees that they're paying. So I woke up, I wasn't happy. And then I thought, should I call support? No, they're not going to be able to do anything. Uber support's worse than DoorDash support. I was like, they're not going to be able to. I don't want to waste my time and energy when I could be doing a delivery and making more than a $4 difference, if that makes sense. And the 10 or 15 minutes I could spend with support, I could actually be making more than a $4 difference. I think the customer took it back. I want to get your guys' opinion. What do you think happened in this scenario? The only other time, like I said, I got what some might call tip baited or the customer pulled back the tip was when there was an order that was an order and pay. I handed the guy a phone at this local spot called The Vine. He wrote the order down. There was a smoothie on there. I didn't know about the smoothie, and the customer didn't get the smoothie. They paid for the smoothie. They took back the $5. In that case, I kind of understood. In this case, I have no idea why they would have did it. So what do you guys think? I don't know. I wanted to bring it up because that's what happened. We're going to do our ride along today. We're going to see what we get. I got my first order at 6:25. Soulard Euro, it's 3 miles. Yeah, about 2 miles to get there, about a mile to drop it off. Let's go. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Have you been tip baited? Do you think it's okay for customers to pull tips back when either they don't get good service or we're out of stores out of products? We can control our service, I think. We can't control the products that the merchant has or doesn't have. That sucks. Really, it's part of the issue with the apps, but it's part of what we do. We have to figure out how to maneuver it and how to be better and how to be really communicative with our customers so they know what's going on, be nice about it so that they don't feel like they need to pull the tip back like they did to me yesterday. let's get into the ride along, guys. All right, so one last thing before we go to pick this up. We're gonna be doing this kind of fall, winter. We're gonna be doing a little series I'm gonna call Hoodie Pedro. And some of you that are loyal subscribers or watchers and watch the last 3 videos, you probably know what I'm talking about. For others that are new, Hoodie Pedro is basically, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a real quick breakdown. You know I like to ramble, but okay. Hoodie Pedro came from my mind. There's a basketball player called Carmelo Anthony. You can Google him. You can probably even Google Hoodie Carmelo. Some things will pop up, okay? Anyways, so he's a basketball player. I like him. You know, he's a good player, good guy. He's half Puerto Rican as well. Most people don't know that, but he is. Anyways, so there's footage of him in a gym where he was working out and he had a hoodie on and he was just draining every shot. He's like, they called him Hoodie Mello. You know, when he plays pickup games, like off season, he wears a hood sometimes and he's just balling out. So this little series of, you're gonna see Pedro with a hoodie on, little snippets here and there in the video, maybe even a whole video. It's gonna be me being opinionated about things, me ranting, me just getting my frustrations out, or me just being real with y'all for a minute, not talking about DoorDash, or maybe it is about the gig world, who knows. But some of these segments will be, you'll see Hoodie Pedro in there, and I hope I can give you guys some laughs. I hope I can challenge you, intrigue you, and it won't just be about ride-alongs and stuff like that. So Hoodie Pedro will be popping up here and there. All right, we are northbound on Broadway. We're getting ready to drive by the brewery here on our left. We'll pick up this Euro. We did the same exact route yesterday to go to one order. I think I showed you guys, but it's all good. My traffic patterns are very similar a lot of days because I know where I want to go and I know my market pretty well. And I challenge you guys to do the same. You're going to make mistakes, but know where you want to start your day. Know where you want to end it. Know at 12 o'clock about what area you want to be in. If you have a market where there's a lot of merchants and your DoorDash thing's going off pretty frequently in an Uber or Grubhub or whatever apps you have, you should be able to really dictate, for the most part, where you pick up from and where it leaves you if you're smart about it. If you're doing that, you can keep your miles low. You can also, you know your street patterns most of the time, and you should be able to drive around pretty efficiently. So just food for thought, something to think about.
We're here. Let's go.
All right, this was hand to me. Then it says hand to me, please. Call me prior to delivery so I can direct you to and through our building. What a great way to start the day. Let's see what kind of maze we're going to go through right now, baby. So I called this lady, right? And where the GPS, where the coordinates she put in, like it's kind of like a big work building, were not accurate, at least for the GPS. So I got to go around a little bit. Not really a big deal, but she's like, oh, it's like I'm going to the Pentagon. She's like, all right, then tell the guards you're going to do this and like clap 5 times, jump up and down, say boogie woogie woogie, and they might let you in. It's hilarious. Here we go. Look, pulling up to this guard right here. All right, I'll turn the camera off, but I don't know. I probably wouldn't have taken it if I knew it was going to be all this stuff. And then we got this guy here. I don't know what's going on. All right, you know what? All in all, that was fine. She was a super nice lady. Very communicative, actually very helpful instructions. So I don't mind that order at all. It was $6.25. It stayed at $6.25. So that falls into what I think is that 5% of orders that stay at that price. All right, let's go. So we took this 850, 5-point-something miles. The miles are actually, I think, are actually less than that. And it's a little bit of highway miles too, so I don't mind that. I'm all about quickness when I can be. $60 worth of food, 9 items was what sparked my interest. Euro, the place we were just at, as you can see. So I believe this is going to be more than $8.50. That's part of my decision making. If it isn't, it's still a good order. But I believe it's going to be closer to, I'm going to say 12 or 13 bucks. Let's go pick it up. Oh, Amazon truck, y'all. Ooh, Amazon. All right, so what do y'all think? Ooh, check the little pumpkin action. Yes, sir. We're getting ready to pick some pumpkins on Thursday. Haven't done that ever in my life. So, yeah. What do you guys think about, so Uber Eats, customers can tip, typically my average order for Uber Eats is a few dollars more than DoorDash. So Uber Eats, the platform per order, makes me more money per order. But DoorDash is just so much busier that I make a majority of my gig app money from DoorDash, right? Versus the other app. But DoorDash customers can't pull back tips. I've never had it happen. Couple orders, maybe 3 or 4 orders, I've actually got a tip increased. Never had money taken back. Uber, it's now been twice. And I've heard other people say it. And many, many times the tip goes up on Uber, which I love. And it goes up on DoorDash as well. But I got to say, I got to give this some props to DoorDash. They don't allow a customer to do that. I've done Walgreens orders where I've had to modify the order, or they only get one of the 2 items they ordered, and the amount stays exactly the same every time. So are we missing something here? Like, we got to take the good with the bad with Uber, I guess, because the customer can tip after more. But I'm telling you what, like, the fact that they can pull the tip back, kind of shady.
DoorDash stacked it with a $5.9 from Panera, which is down the street. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do that as well. We'll round out this first hour and be a pretty good hour for us. So let's go. Deja vu.
Yeah.
Keep the bag. That ain't mine. Somebody's.
Every time I come here, I regret it.
This will be the last time I'll come, guys. I'm just going to show you. Adios. Unassigned game is strong. I've already been here 15 minutes. This Panera is operationally running itself into the ground with the DoorDash and the rapid pickup. I mean, this poor customer that I have this food, I've been hijacked basically. Ridiculous.
Oh my God, Panera. I'm about to, I almost need to pull a, what do they call it? Kevin, a Ken, a Karen. I'll call myself a Karen. I'm about to like call or write an email to whatever franchise group owns that. They're running it into the ground, I'm telling you. I've been doing this long enough. I've worked in restaurants long enough. That place operationally, every week it gets worse. They've got people standing doing nothing and 2 or 3 people doing everything. That place is running the few good people out of there, man. I don't understand why they're still there. It's absurd. And then DoorDash stacks it, and this poor lady's euros are getting cold. I mean, just stupid. Just absolute nonsense. So we got a horrible first hour in the books, man. Woohoo! Let's keep the vibes up though, y'all. But let me this is a perfect scenario to talk about, are we independent contractors or not, and does the app really control us? I was there for 15 minutes. Now, to some of you, that's not a long time, but for me, and just about the peak of lunch, it's an atrocious, it's a long time to wait for a $15 order. A sandwich of soup and a piece of bread. It's absurd. Anyways, I confirmed the pickup on the first one, so I can't unassign it on my own. So I jumped to task, and I'm going to deliver this person their euros because I'm not going to make that person wait any longer. I cannot, in good faith, do that, okay? The food's getting cold. Even if it's in a hot bag, it's getting cold. It's just ridiculous how these apps work sometimes. But I'm going to drop it off, and then I'm going to unassign it. I'm not going back there for $5. No, I only took it because it was convenient for me. But the point is, they're not making me take this order. They're not going to make me do anything. We get to decide what we want to do, guys. Now, there's parameters. We can't fall below 80% completion, but come on. You'd have to unassign a lot of orders to do that, in my opinion. Just be smart about it. But I don't have to do anything I don't want to do with these apps, guys. I want you to remember that. We hold the control. We hold the control of the decisions we can make when we're out here making money. We are independent in that.
All right, let's get back on track. El Maguey, I can pretty much trust that. Man. Let's see what we get the rest of the day. This is a $9.25, a few miles. Yeah, we can do that.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I got to pick up for Grace.
Grace?
Yeah. Let's go to the 7th floor. I think I used all of my gig luck up yesterday, so it's fine. Today will be one of those days. Okay. 7th floor, here we come. Yes, I'm wearing shorts. Yes, I am bow-legged.
All right, delivery complete. We are in a new zone. Technically, we're in Clayton, U City. There's a $3 peak pay. I didn't know that, but I knew I was going to go into a newer zone, mostly highway miles. Didn't mind it because I wasn't feeling what was going on in that other area. But I got this one, $14.50, 6 miles, mostly highway again. Yeah, I will do that. I'm really close to California Pizza Kitchen. I've only been out here one other time to pick up an order. But $14.50, yeah, for 6 miles, I'm going to do that all day long. So let's go ahead and pick this up, drop it
We
off.
are at the mall. Oh, it's not something I normally ever do for lunchtime, but it is what it is. You got to be able to adapt. Adapt or die when doing this giveaway. Adapt or die. We secured the bag. Oops. Put this in the hot bag in the car, and we will be on our way. Hi. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, $14.50 to $15.75. They high tips all over the place. It is what it is. All right, let's see if we can get into a groove. We're in downtown now. Third zone of the day. It is what it is. Listen, I'm just trying to make what I can today. Let's get the vibes back up. We got an order coming in. All right, we're on $1 peak pay right now. So that's $3.50. That is no tip, no trip. Kobe. All right, we got a Papa John's A75, few miles. 6 items. I was like, ooh, okay. It says it's only $15, so there's got to be some coupons or something going on. Or it could be like a small pizza and a whole bunch of seasoning packets. It don't matter. We taking it. Let's go pick it up. This is the Papa John's that a couple weeks ago I walked in and it was like a club. They were playing some like, I don't know, some hip-hop music, and it was like, mother, I'm gonna, shoot, bang, bang, Like it was crazy, and I listen to hip hop, but like it was so loud and obscene. It's kind of funny. The last 2 times I've been here, they haven't had any music really playing, so maybe somebody tattletaled on it. It wasn't me. I ain't gonna be that dude, but like I was just surprised at the obscene music. So let's see what we get today.
No problem.
All right, order was ready. Yes, 1 little pizza and a whole bunch of like seasoning packets. Oh well, let's do it. But if you guys caught you probably didn't, but maybe you did. The lady that was talking, the customer said a DoorDash driver picked up the food, took a picture of the order at the counter, and said that they delivered it. So the customer was calling Papa John's since they placed the order through Papa John's, and Papa John's uses the DoorDash app to facilitate the delivery. They were mad, like, hey, I'm waiting outside. I don't have my pizza. Who knows what happened in this situation, but the manager was like, yeah, we are DoorDash. We can't call DoorDash. We need to take care of it. Listen, y'all. These pizza places, Pizza Hut's coming up on it now too. They got a partnership in certain markets with DoorDash. Before you know it, I'm telling you right now, Domino's might do the same. If they can't hire and retain drivers, I'm telling you, DoorDash is everywhere. These companies obviously we know this, they use IKEA is on the DoorDash app. If you see IKEA to my right. And the customer thinks a lot of the times they're ordering from actual Papa John's, and that's the person that's delivering the food. And they don't understand that it's an actual DoorDash driver. Interesting. So let's chat for a minute while we're taking this. We're going to hit the highway here. Okay, so I had a subscriber named Frank. Good, loyal subscriber. Is very communicative in the community with comments and helping out and stuff like that. So Frank, thanks for sending me the email, my friend. And I'm going to put a screenshot here. I haven't seen it in my market yet. Obviously, some of you probably have. Others have not yet. To where, one of the big complaints with DoorDash is, and this has happened to me today 3 times already. You start in a zone. It sends you a good offer, maybe even good mileage. It could be, let's say, 4 miles. But the drop-off is in a whole nother zone. And maybe you can't dash now. Or maybe you don't want to be in that zone, but you like that offer. So what you have to do is you have to turn off the app or be in a zone you don't want to be in. Or like a lot of you guys do is you will actually like drive back. So it's like round trip. Instead of being 4 miles, you're actually driving 8 miles maybe for that $8 order, right? So it cuts into your profitability a little bit. You're using more gas, obviously. But as you see in this split screen or this screenshot here, it's allowing you to mark an arrival time when you get in a particular zone. And I don't know how this works because I haven't used it yet. And if I use it, I will report on it. But what do you guys think about this? How do you read this? What do you know about this? Is this a good thing? Bad thing? I really don't know. All I can say and what I think about it is it's going to allow you to receive orders before you get in the zone. It's kind of what I'm thinking, to where you don't have to be right in that zone to get orders. They'll send you one as long as you arrive at a certain time, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. This is new to me. And as I hear new things, I like to let you guys know about it so that you can share with the community what your experiences are with this, what you think about it. Is it good? Is it bad? Have you used it? Please drop a comment and let me know what you guys think about it. And if you've used it, share us that information. All right, let's go drop off this pizza. All right, so there was no, I couldn't see the items. I know I said it was 6 on that Papa John's. The guy said, oh, it's supposed to be a Pepsi. There was no Pepsi written on the ticket. I don't know what happened. I told him to call Papa John's. Feel bad for the guy. All right, anyway, so I got this text message here. It says, well, you know, in order to do pizza deliveries or something to that effect, you'll have to have a pizza bag and you have to be required to take a picture in the DoorDash app to verify that you have the proper equipment. Okay, first time I've seen that. All right, not a great money day so far. We're at $50. We've been out for 2.5 hours, actually. That's not good for me in my market, but not going to complain because it's still $50. So we can still get to 100 before 4 o'clock if I keep grinding. And really, ultimately, that's where I like to be. Lately, I've been at 100, you know, like 2:30 or maybe 3 o'clock. But it is what it is. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to stay out. We got that $3 peak back because we came back to this area. It is what it is. Driving more miles than I like, but they're easy miles because the majority of them, probably 75% of the miles I've driven today have been highway. So that's more fuel efficient, so I don't mind it. But the quick trip, I'm gonna grab me a little bit of water, a little snack, recharge my mind, recharge my body, and let's do the second half for lunch. Maybe it's a little bit better than the first half. Question of the day: do you guys eat these or these? Put in the comments below. Good or bad snack? I'm not getting them, man. I'm asking y'all. What do you think? These are the kind of snacks I get because I am super boring and basic. We've hit the dead zone. I haven't been out in this area of St. Louis at this time in months and months and months. And now I remember why. Nothing's going on. $3 peak pay. Nothing. So I will give it a little bit of time. I just had to decline a couple Uber Eats, like 11, 12 bucks. Good money, but 12, 13 miles. Money miles too much, and it takes me north. Can't do that. I have my limitations. But the law of averages. Yesterday was a really good day. Didn't expend a lot of energy or time. Made good money. Today, but you got to try to stay positive because you're going to have the highs and the lows. Right now, I'm going to be working on a few other little side hustles as I'm sitting here waiting on some orders. Going to make some phone calls. About to get the second vending machine up and running. Hopefully, I'm waiting. We'll see. A little work had to be done on it. As soon as I get those kind of going, I want to show you guys how that process kind of works. For those of you that are interested, hit my email in the about section of my page and I can share you individual. I don't want to make, I don't want to ramble about that because I want to keep on course with the gig work. But if you want more information on how to do that kind of stuff, hit my email. I can share with you how I started, how much it kind of cost me, how long I've projected to get my money back, the return on my investment back. And then once I do that, how much I should be making net per month. Because I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited. When I started this journey of gig hustle, own business, YouTube channel, vending machines, I'm in my kind of third phase of this throughout the year. And then as I get into next year, it'll be phase 4, to have basically the 5th source of income by next year. And then then I can really start making some moves and thinking about the future and stuff like that. So I challenge you guys to do the same thing. All right, y'all, we took this order, 7 miles, $7, 2 miles. It's on Uber Eats. I haven't done an Uber Eats all day. And I didn't even realize I was right next to the Starbucks. Okay, let's go pick it up. Let's make this quick $7 because that's about as good as we about to get right now. Let's go. Because you know me, I like to ramble, baby.
Listen, I hope y'all having a good day as you're watching this, if you're hustling or whatever you're doing. But I want to remind y'all something that I got to always remind myself. Ain't nobody going to do it but you. You got to get out here and grind in whatever you're doing. You can control more for yourself than any person can do for you. Get out here and do what you got to do. Adapt when you need to adapt. Hustle. If you haven't reached your goals yet, it might be because you're not hustling enough. I'm going to challenge you guys every day to think about that. All right. Get this one in. Cool. Thank you. Have a good day. That was ready. So just make sure you maximizing your own potential and what you could do, whatever that is. I'm always somebody that I have historically in my life been somebody that never maximized my potential. I always sold myself short a little bit sometimes, and I would think about things and I'd have ideas and I just wouldn't have the courage to do things. Well, that time's done for me. What about you?
All right, that's enough rambling, but we got to bet on ourselves, guys. I know that's corny to some people, but man, for me, I'm telling you all right now, I've been doing it for about a year and a half. About a year and a half, I've started really changing a lot of things about my mindset and my grind and how I'm looking at money and how I'm looking at time and things like that. And I'm speaking from experience, man. I've never felt better about a lot of things. And it's a big reason of that is my mindset. All right, we are on the highway today. Oh my Lord, we be on the highway today. Well, do you guys how often are you guys on the highway in your market? Are you in an area where the highway is a prominent part of your driving, or are you mostly just side streets and all that, or main streets? Let me know. Do you guys not like being on the highway for particular reasons? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know how you guys navigate your cities, how you plan your roads, like, you know, what orders you accept and not accept based on if it's highway miles or regular street miles. All right, y'all, we got Forest Park to our right. Super popular park in St. Louis, and we're dropping off to this apartment complex up on the left.
Got another delivery driver, look, right there. Let's drop this bag off, y'all. Look at this guy. What's he, DoorDash, Uber? What's he doing? Grubhub? Let's see. Yep, he just dropped that off. So we dropping that.
All right, that $3 peak ended at 2, but we got this 11.50. I think it was 6 miles. Listen, I'm taking it. I'm taking it. $2 a mile pretty much, and it takes me back. It takes me south. It's not going north. High Point. I was literally down the street. Literally. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna take this. So after what were we 50? Hold on. What was that last one? 57. It's not enough money for the day, but it's still a good.
All right, let's go in here. Many of you guys have seen this, but they got like a lot of just cool. Look at this. That's a big boy, right? Yeah. And then they got like a cool car here. Let me show you guys some of these things they got up inside here. A little bacon action. I'm gonna show you this Eddie Murphy picture.
And we off.
Boom.
Ooh, my hair's crazy today. All right, that order wound up being $13.25. That's the second order that has been a decent amount. You know, like $11 or more or whatever, and they're high tips on everything. It is what it is. I haven't been breaking a lot of these down because at face value they're good enough, and if they become extra for me or more, it's whipped cream and a cherry on top. It's all good. All right, so not bad. If we can get a couple good orders, we still got some time here. I should be able to hit $100 still before dinner time. And at the end of the day, I haven't done that many deliveries, driven a little more than I would like. We've talked about that, but mostly highway. But a lot of the orders have been $10 plus, as you guys have seen. So those really begin to add up. I haven't really done a lot of $5, $6, $7 orders like usually I do. I do a lot of those, but then they're shorter trips. So more cost effective, but at the end of the day, we're still making a little bit of money. We're catching up. All right, y'all, so I had to end my dash because I got in another zone. And then I got this order here. So I can't dash again until 3, which is about 30 minutes or so. But I got this order here. I was driving by the Chick-fil-A, $5, 1 mile. Yeah, I'll do that.
So we got this. We accepted this offer literally about 15 seconds ago. Let's see if it's ready. This is on Uber now. Let's see what we got here. It's real-time delivering with y'all, man. No edits right now. Oh, hi, how are you? Let's see. Nope. This is it. I don't see a. Ah, yep, that's it.
And we're off. We got this DoorDash one. Once again, over 10 bucks. Papa John's, 7 miles. This time of the day, I'm gonna be on that because it's a good cash flow amount. So, yeah, we gonna hit 100 before 4 o'clock today. I feel pretty confident in that. About 2 more decent orders and we'll be there. If not, maybe 3 average size. Let's go.
Sports cars, oh, they're coming back, man. Sports cars died and they are back. People are investing in sports cars and it's paying off big for some people. I don't know what they're looking at. I don't know what's, girls are checking me out or thinking I'm crazy. I don't know what's going on with that.
And we are off. Took us about 4 minutes to get here and then we're about 10 minutes away. So we'll call it 15 minutes for the $10 and whatever. That's pretty good, I think. We are way out of the area. Not way out. We're not in the area I am ever in at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday. But we coming back. We making a comeback, making some money. It looks like, and some people have asked me this or told me this, the algorithm kind of knows what you like. So, you know, if it knows you do $5, $6 orders going a mile or two, they'll send you those. If it knows you'll do a $12 order going 7 miles, they'll give you those. And sometimes those can be really good depending on how, if it's highway, this or that. I think a lot of my orders, if you guys see today, have been over $10, but the miles are more, but it's still about $2 a mile. That's what they're sending me. I'm not seeing a lot of small ones. So who knows, man? I'm not going to pretend to understand this algorithm. It's an algorithm. It is what it is. But what do you guys think about that?
Little pizza POV for y'all. Let's go.
Another hidden tip. Now, this one only, they hit 20 cents. Okay, from 10.25 to 10.45. It is what it is. Hiding tips all day. On to the next one. Let's see what the algorithm sends us next. Let's see if it's a high dollar order with a little bit of miles. Let's find out. Ooh, the hair's looking very maney today. Well, this is the next offer we got, $5.25, couple miles. I said no. I thought about taking it, but I don't really know this place, and I don't want to be stuck down this way. All right, we popped this $6.25. Y'all know I like the $6.25s. I think it was 3 miles, if I'm not mistaken. We're about a mile away, but it was going. I'm kind of heading back towards where I like to be, and this order takes me back to that area. So I said, yeah, this makes sense all day long. Let's go to Chick-fil-A in South County and pick it up. Little Chick-fil-A action. I don't know if the lobby's open on this one. And I think I've only been here one time to pick up food. One time. So I'm gonna go through the drive-thru. I think that's what I did last time. So that's what I'll do here. Oh, usually there's somebody out here standing taking your order. Now, can't tell you last time I was at Chick-fil-A and there wasn't somebody standing. Now they're using the actual drive-thru deal. Interesting.
Hi, thank you for choosing Chick-fil-A. How can I serve you?
Hi, I have a DoorDash pickup from Mackenzie.
So actually for our DoorDashes, we're having the specials come inside and pick them up.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, every place is different. I didn't think this lobby was open. So now I'm stuck behind a couple cars. It is. All right, as we're sitting here waiting patiently, this is where we depart for today. After this order, if my calculations are right, I think I'm at 94 or 95 bucks. It's 3:30. Not bad. Should be able to get one more, be at 100 bucks at 4 o'clock. Not horrible. Yesterday I was at like 125 at this time, but it is what it is. Listen, bet on you, set goals one day at a time. You guys are absolutely fantastic. I love the support of this community. I love that I'm one of the people that get to help you guys or entertain or motivate or disagree with me or whatever. It's super humbling. Appreciate it. I know my seatbelt isn't on, but I was in the drive-thru. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, bet on you, set goals one day at a time. See you guys tomorrow.
Boom. Here you go. Have a good one.
Thanks, you
No
too.
problem. Thank you.